It's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-too-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-da-too-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-too-da-terry-o-dee. Dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Crafting, crafting, crafting with Joshi and Cubby. What will we make today? What is the dice of the day? Crafting, creating, collaborating. What would an octopus say? Trivia questions, hooray! Creating, clickbaiting, can't hardly waiting for the crafting show. A crafting show with Cubby and Joshi.
And me, the calendar boy. Just one calendar boy here to tell you about all the things that can happen. Monday, Modern Monday. Tuesday, Sonnets with Shakespeare. Wednesday, us. That's me. It's happening right now. Thursday, stories. Also on Tuesday, I skipped it because I don't know how to read. Even though I am a calendar boy, sometimes I get confused reading the calendar. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Goes to the. Is this accurate? Is this an updated calendar? I don't know. Check out the website. Hey, everybody. It's me, Shoshana, here by herself this week, all on her lonesome. But that's all right. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it together. We got a nice little visit from one of the calendar boys. You never know when they'll show up. Hi everybody. Boy, okay, boy howdy. Gotta say, thank you, Victoria London Fogg. I also believe in you. But boy howdy, I gotta say, everyone posting the stuff in the Discord, my oh my, you're all doing such awesome stuff. That glow in the dark mermaid and the acorn purse, all the other stuff that's up there. Wow, wowie zowie, really, really good stuff. If anyone's watching right now and you're not on the Discord, I highly recommend joining. Did I do that right? No. Oh, I always do it the wrong way, and then I got to do it the right way. There, got it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's the other way around. I always do it wrong, and then I got to do it right again. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, highly recommend joining. It's a fun little place. There's other stuff to check out too, but we're crafting with the crew. Beautiful, beautiful stuff, y'all. Like really, really looking good. Cool. So it's just me. We might be joined by a couple other people later, but if not, we can do it. We can do it. We can definitely do it. And I've got some crafting to do today. As you can see, I got my little crafting camera. Let me bring my friend on here. Boom, there we go. I want to finish up the kintsukuroi on this. It's almost done. There's just one more. I made that little piece, and that's definitely solid. It's looking pretty good there, actually. But you can put another layer of the resin on top of it, and then it'll look really shiny and gold because it'll completely cover up the gray on there. And then I can also go in and I can clean the little bits off that I should have cleaned off before, but I didn't, but that's okay. And then that'll be done. And then I have some cardboard crafts that I need to do because I've got the sketch show that I write for coming up and that I make all the cardboard crafts for. So I've got a few of those that we can make today. And I also have some trivia. So it's gonna be a nice day. We're definitely gonna get into some quiet crafting later, just because there's only so much talking I can do where it's just my voice. That's a lie. I could keep talking forever. I'm really good at it. I'm good at sleeping, good at eating, good at talking. 3 important skills as a human. Other skills, not so good on, but those 3, got them down. Probably, is it sleeping or eating that I'm the best at? Probably sleeping. I'm really good at sleeping. Number 1, close second, eating. Then like a little further down, talking. I suppose like breathing also I'm pretty good at. Gotta admit. Brag. But all right, well, let's get things off to a start. We've got a few. Oh, I know, right? That's why I say like I realize how fortunate I am that I'm good at it because a lot of people are not good at it. There's my whole family has sort of a secret skill where they can sleep anywhere. Like, I don't know why. We're just really good at sleeping anywhere when we're sleepy. I think it mostly comes from my mom, I think. My mom was very good. Although my dad was good at sleeping too. I don't know. Sleeping. It's great. Sleeping less? No, always more. Always more sleeping. That's my theory. Always good more. More sleeping is good sleeping. I don't know. That's what I think. I think the body tells you when it needs to sleep. I do sometimes, maybe like once every 3 or 4 years, I'll have like a week of insomnia. Not even a week, maybe like 3 or 4 days where I just like can't get to sleep and I'll just stay up and like binge watch a show I've been meaning to watch or read a book. And then and it lasts like maybe 3 or 4 days, and then I just get so exhausted that I sleep, and then it's gone. I don't know what that's about. Some reset in my body where my body's like, you need to not sleep for a few days and get really tired and then sleep. Mm? Mm? Uh, yeah, always sleep. Sleep good. Sleep good is my theory. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. What do we want to do? We have I like to wait when there's a few more people on before I do trivia, just so because I know some people have to leave, can only be here for a little while. So I like to do it when we're at the maximum amount of people. So why don't we? Okay, so I've already got myself. Oh, I know what I want to do. So I've done this. I'm going to set that aside for a second because I have another piece I want to work on. I think I talked about this last week where my partner and I ordered some bowls, some really nice big bowls. And we ordered 4 and 3 of them arrived perfect. And the 4th one was a little broken. But I was like, wait, this is perfect timing. I'll just set it up and fix it up. So I think let's do that. And then that can kind of dry and cure while we're doing the other stuff. Because this is a fairly big piece. And then I also might need to take that putty and make some pieces to fill in that bit that's there. I have a few of the little bits, but I don't think I have all of the bits. So let's do the big piece first. So I used this a couple weeks ago, I think, and because I had to miss last week, and it was pretty fun and easy to use. This kit is really nice. It's a little expensive. I think I put the link in the Discord. If not, I'll put it there again. I started off with one kit, which also worked really well, but it was not dishwasher and like microwave and food safe. And I do plan on eating and drinking out of these things. So I ordered a different kit that is food safe and, according to them, dishwasher safe. So we'll see about that. It comes with this putty, the 2-part epoxy, which if you've ever done miniatures, like gaming miniatures, it's really similar to what they call the green stuff, where it's like a 2-part epoxy and you mix it together. This seems a little more gritty, a little grittier. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I could pick it off with my fingers. So it was more of an aesthetic choice than a real choice. Yeah, this one feels much more real. And also it's made from cashews, which is pretty cool. Unless you have a cashew allergy, in which case don't drink tea at my house because I don't want to kill you. But yeah, that's pretty. So it's food safe because it's made from cashews, which is pretty neat. I didn't know that you could make a glue. That's something I want to do a little research, is different glues. That's a really interesting human invention. Because a lot of things can stick things to other things, and that's fascinating. You've got sap is sticky, flour paste, cashews apparently. I guess there's probably rubber tree. There's a lot of natural substances that stick things to other things. And that's interesting to me. I should go down a glue rabbit hole. I know the classic thing is hooves. Yeah, hooves. Any kind of hooves can be made into a glue. But I think it's because it's a similar, is it keratin? Or what is it in that makes can you make glue from hair? I don't know. It's a great question. I gotta figure it out. Is it any hair or is it? Yeah. Collagen. It's the collagen. See, the person with chemist in their name knows. Excellent. This is why I love doing the crafting show. I always learn stuff. Collagen. Interesting. Yeah. That's so fascinating. And then in the flour paste, I assume it's the gluten that makes the stickiness. Flour paste is great glue for paper. It really works. Sap is sticky, but it doesn't really ever stop being soft and sticky. I have a rubber tree plant, so I could research some of that rubber. That would be fun, actually, to see about using the rubber tree plant. I have to figure out how to do it where it won't harm the plant, because I know they don't really like it very much when you make them bleed their rubber sap. And I'd rather have an alive, healthy plant than play around with rubber. But all right, so we're going to use, okay, yeah. A reaction with the gluten. Okay, flour paste works. Yeah. Reaction with the gluten. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, that is what makes sense to me, but we'll see. Yeah, if you need to stick paper to glass or any kind of decoupage, flour paste works really, really well. I think that's what Mod Podge is mostly made of. That might be not true. I have to look that up. What other natural glues are there? Egg whites? I think you can use egg to stick stuff to other stuff. That's pretty sticky when it dries. It doesn't smell great, but I think that would work. Honey, but that won't last very long. Yeah, maple syrup would work, but that's sap. Interesting. Interesting. And there's also what's the there's some, not silica, not talc. Clay, I guess. Clay is sticky, technically. You could do a clay glue of some kind. Air dry it. Yeah, interesting. Something I gotta think about that. All right, so let's work on this, and then while that's drying a little bit, we'll get a few more people on and we can do some trivia. Okay. Yeah. Trees are so great. They're like, money doesn't grow on trees. No, but like basically everything you need to survive does grow on trees. So what do you mean? All right, so this gets pulled off. Why so difficult? There we go. Good. This is always the scariest part of using anything with resin, is the second time you open it. It's like, did I put it back together properly in a way that I will ever be able to get it back open again? Or did I expose it too much to air and now the entire thing is solid resin? It did its job too well. But no, this looks like it contains itself pretty well. All right, so it comes in this. If you weren't here a couple weeks ago when I did this. Oh, what's that from? uh, that's a great quote. So it comes in this sort of, it's a two-part epoxy. Um, our cashew extract bio glue. Pretty cool. And it comes in these little double things so you can get an even amount in because you want to have an even amount. But I find I still have to be really careful putting it in to make sure the amount is even because one side seems to come out a little bit more than the other. Or maybe it's just because one hand is slightly stronger than the other. All right, that's a good amount. You should do like the smallest amount possible, they say, which makes sense to me because it dries fairly quickly. All right, I'm putting that little cap back in, making sure it doesn't get exposed to air. Then we're gonna stir that up in there. I really didn't make much, just a tiny little bit. You stir it up, and once you start stirring, that's when it activates. I want to make sure it really gets combined, otherwise it's not gonna. Oh yeah, you can kind of start to smell when it activates. Speaking of, I'm gonna take 1 second and open a door because I'm in a fairly high ceiling place with pretty good ventilation, but I'd rather have extra ventilation just in case. Always want to have good ventilation when you're doing things. Oh, right. Phantom Toll Booth. I should have remembered that. I love that book. I haven't read it in years. I should reread that. It's been a long time since I've read that book. It's one of those where I come back to it ever so often and reread it because it's fun to read at different stages in your life. Then you put a little bit of the gold powder in and mix that up in the resin. Once it's mixed up, yeah, that's looking good. Right there. Okay, then once that's well mixed up, we're going to put a little bit on this side. And you don't have to worry at this point, I found, about it being too precise because you're going to go back in afterwards and make more resin and kind of like reline, like put a nice little clean line on the outside. This is really just to stick it together. And if like a little bit, I'm sure like actual experts of these using actual gold have much better advice, but this is how I've been doing it. So you want a little on one side and a little on the other side. And I don't think I made quite enough, but I think it's going to be fine because I'm going to go back afterwards and add add more in. So these are just like a few little dots just to keep it going there. We're all figuring this out together, everybody. All right. So then we're going to put those two pieces together, line them up really nicely. Yeah, there we go. So we've got a little bit sticking out nicely on the sides. You can see that actually looks really pretty. And on the other side, but then I can go back later, probably even later today, and put some extra, really take a nice little line and clean that up and make it look good. But that looks pretty nice so far, actually. It looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Let's squish that in there. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I'm sure if I had taken a little extra time and made a little bit more I could have gotten that to squish out like perfectly evenly, but that's fine because I'm just going to go back in with a little bit and just touch up the little places that I missed, and then we'll actually even go back. I'll make more later after it's cured a little bit more and clean that up and put an even nicer nicer line there. Hooray! Well, welcome. If you can join us with your face anytime, you're welcome, but it's nice to have you listening in. Hi, Matt. What was this? Okay. I read Phantom Tollbooth when I was a kid and then found it as an adult. Yeah, it really like, there's all the, like, I didn't really get all of the puns when I was a kid, so it's fun to go back and read it. And it's been about a decade, I think, since I've read it. So it's probably about time to read it again. I went through a phase about a decade ago where I was like, oh, I'm just going to reread all my children's books. And it was really great. And I highly recommend it. Yeah, I might be time to do that again because it was about 10 years ago. And I feel like, 10 years is a good time to revisit things. That's like a significant amount of time. You're probably, a different, still the same person, but enough things have happened to you, enough life experiences that you'll see things in a different light, appreciate things you didn't appreciate before. That's one of my favorite things about growing older is, you just have like all this knowledge and experience in your brain that you didn't have before, and that you can kind of look at the world in a different way and understand things in a way that like you thought you did when you were young, but then when you get there you're like, oh no, I had no idea. And like I could not have had an idea, even if someone, because people did try and explain it to me, and I was like, oh, you just can't get it until you've actually lived through that experience. And it's really cool. I like it. I mean, I'm going to get older anyway. Like, it's going to happen. There's nothing I can do about it. So I might as well find ways to enjoy it, is my theory. All right, so that looks pretty good for now. It cures pretty fast. Like, the first cure is like in 4 minutes. And then it really cures over about 24 hours. But I'm pretty happy with that right now. I'm just going to go in a little bit more and clean it up for these little extra bits so that it's like a nicer, because I kind of like it when the line's really as straight as it can be, which I think is, what it's supposed to be. But it's pretty sticky, I will say. That's why it's important to wear the gloves. Like, definitely wear the gloves, because like, you're going to want to touch it with your fingers. You want to touch it. Is that? Let me get that a little better. No, that's good. Yeah, but it cures pretty fast. You can see, but it's not 100% there yet. So if I find that there's like a mistake, you've got a little time to kind of squish it into shape. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay. I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to leave it alone, which is the hardest thing for me to do in crafting because I can always go back and fix that later, but I'm pretty happy with that. And then I'll do the, that's a good question. Probably, but I'm not gonna do it. But what I will do is it comes in a, I'm gonna put it back into the sort of box that it came into because it kind of has a shape to it that I think will help hold it together a little bit. So I'm gonna put it in there and that'll probably help. It seems to be sticking fairly well, but I'm going to stick it. Yeah, I'm going to put it in its box because it has a nice little sort of container shape and that'll kind of hold it together. All right, so I'm going to put this away. Oh, no, that's what I'm going to do. I'm real quick, while I have it out, I'm going to do the final little coating on this. I just need to make a tiny bit more. And I'll do that really quick. And then I think we've got enough people that I will do some trivia, which is always a good time. All right, so I'm going to take this again. I'm going to try and make sure I get a even amount. There we go. That's good. Use that to get that off of there. I'm going to stick the little plug back in. Got to make sure. I've been working on, I think because of the nature of myself with ADHD, let's be honest, medicated, but still have some life patterns I'm working on. One of the things that I hate the most and gives me a real dopamine drop is the cleanup after something. I love opening stuff up, closing it back up again, not so fun. So I've been trying to keep it in my head that the cleanup and putting the lids back on properly and putting things back where they are is part of the process, and sort of just convincing my brain that no, this part is as fun and as important as the other crafting parts. Because if I can convince my brain that it's part of the process, then I can sort of convince myself that it's fun to do and I'll get it done. Does that make sense? So when I'm, in the process, I'm like, oh, I need to put that back where it is. Be like, yeah, it's fun to put things back where they're supposed to be. Yeah, that's part of the creative process. Yay, isn't this fun? We're having a great time. I don't know, it's pretty effective. It's pretty helpful. It kind of works. All right, so that's mixed up nicely. So this bit is, I'm not sticking anything together with this one. I'm just coating, doing a thin coating of the resin on the putty here, just to make it look nice. It'll give kind of a clear, it'll dry gold, just because the putty itself is gray. And I don't mind the gray, but the gold will look a lot nicer and it'll match up with the other patches. Hey, Mav! Yay, a real human person named Mav! Yay!
Have
Thanks
you
for joining us.
heard
Mav, I love you. Oh, go ahead.
of cold porcelain clay?
No, what's this?
So it's a thing.
It's
that
a thing.
let me see if I can make this quiet. Nope. No. You're gonna hear a weird echo
Okay.
until I can figure this out. It's a thing that it's made with cornstarch and white glue, and it's an air dry
cornstarch.
clay that's pretty good.
That's one I forgot. Cornstarch can be sticky.
Yeah.
It's real sticky. Oh, and it's an air dry clay?
Yeah. And it's
Cool.
nice and smooth and white and clean, pretty.
Ooh.
But you made me think of it, and you could do the kitsugi. If I'm saying that right?
It's kintsukuroi.
That sounds made up.
Kintsu. Well, all words are made up. Cool. And you can make it yourself?
Yes.
Cool. I should look. That's good. I should look into that. And then it's food safe unless you're allergic to corn.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Tell me again what it's called.
Cold porcelain.
Cold porcelain. All right, cool. I'm gonna check that out. That's a good hot tip, Mav.
Yeah, I'm trying to solve the audio problem here, so thanks for your patience. I guess that did work. Okay. Making a million noises. Making a million noises. Connect. No. Boop. And then we can talk about the bread that I'm making.
Oh yes, because bread is definitely crafting, as we established earlier. All right, that looks pretty good. It's got a nice coating on it. And if it looks a little messy, that's okay too, because that's part of the aesthetique. All right, now I'm gonna leave that to set. I'm gonna use the little extra that I made before it starts to harden to add a little more to this bowl. So I got it, and if I do it now, then it's done. I don't have to worry about it later. Yeah. All right. And then, Mab, you got here just in time. I was just about to do some trivia.
Yay, trivia!
I want to talk about your bread too. Are you making bread actively, like right this moment?
Yeah, it's in the oven. The first batch is in the oven.
Wow.
And then, why are you so loud? How about that? Maybe. Ha! Boo boo. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I got it. Hi. Okay.
Ah.
Go back to the thing here and activate my little tripod camera. Maker cam. And then boo boo. Pow. Maker cam. So, first batch is in the oven. And the second batch. So this is a really ridiculously easy recipe.
But we all know nothing's actually easy.
Nope, this one is, because I can do it. Is bread. So I took 3 cups of flour. Boo boo boo. 3 cups of flour. No, see, Carrot Chapel, I would love to, but that's more complicated than what I can do here. 3 cups of flour. 2 teaspoons of rapid rise yeast, which I already did that. And then 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And then 1.5 cups of warm water from the tap. And I stir the dry ingredients, and then I pour the wet in there, and I stir it until it is a goopy ball mess. And here's the part where I'm a champ. You let it sit overnight. You do nothing. And just leave it in the bowl overnight. Put a little plastic thing on there.
In the fridge or on the counter?
On the counter.
Nice.
And then you get, how much time is left? I think 10 minutes maybe. Then you get a Dutch oven, 7 minutes. So 7 minutes plus 15, I will have fresh bread. So then, that's what it is, Carrot Chapel. It's no knead bread. And
it turns out so well. I've made that a couple times, and it's like great. Like it's and you can even do it if you use slightly warmer water. You can't, I looked it up, it can't be more than 130 degrees Fahrenheit because yeast dies.
Yes.
at 130. So like 125 is kind of perfect.
Yes.
But if you do it, then you can even let it only rest for like 2 hours and it's good. Overnight is better. Overnight, the flavor is going to be delicious.
Exactly. Which is what I do. I made it yesterday, assembled it yesterday at 5 o'clock. So not quite 24 hours, but that's on average. I've been doing about 24 hours. It's been pretty good. And
I make there's a really good like deep dish pizza crust that you can make that has a very similar recipe that you let it cure. That's not the right word. You let it ferment rise in the fridge overnight, but in the like in a cast iron pan.
yeah. Oh, that's the thing. This is a cast iron Dutch oven that I bake it in. That's I think the key, because it comes out as a ball and it's so good. But yeah. So 107, 105 is what my temperature out of the tap is.
Oh yeah.
So I use it as hot as it'll go in the tap, and then stick a thermometer in there, and it comes out 105, and boop.
Yeah. You've inspired me to our oven was broken for a little while, so I stopped baking bread. But it is fixed now. We got our landlord got us a new oven, if you can believe it. So now I can start. And then it was like there was a terrible heat wave out here, and I was like, yeah, I don't feel like baking hot bread in a hot oven. We don't have air conditioning, so so I haven't been baking bread. But now it's finally getting colder, and we have a working oven. So yeah, I really want to get back to making some of that fresh bread. It's so good. It's good. I tried to do sourdough for a while, but the reason I don't have children, I can't take care of things. And
yeah, see, that's the thing with sourdough, is it seems like a really high level of effort that I'm not willing to participate in. I got nothing going on the Maker Cam, so I'll kick that out.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, so let's do. We can do some trivia. Yeah.
Until it is time.
Until it is time. Yeah, I'm just letting this stuff to cure. And then I do have some cardboard crafting I want to do. So I was gonna maybe do some quiet crafting. Wait, did you say how long does the bread bake in your oven?
So it bakes for 30 minutes.
Oh, 30. Oh, okay.
30, and then you take the lid off and you bake it another 15. To get a nice
cool.
crust.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna let then I'm gonna wipe out the Dutch oven, and I'm gonna do part 2.
What's part 2?
This batch.
You
coming over tomorrow.
You already have it in your oven.
Yeah. So I got people coming over tomorrow for Halloween.
Ooh, yes.
And so I'm making 2 loaves versus the regular 1 loaf that we go with. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna have to do kitty expressions sometime in the near future too. That's a private moment.
Have you added any flavorings or anything ever to the bread?
That's funny that you ask, because this loaf that's in the oven has fresh grated Parmigiana.
Ooh, on the top or mixed in with it?
I folded it in. This is an experiment. I don't know what I'm doing. We will see.
I'm excited to find out about that. Are you giving out bread for your Halloween treat?
I'm giving out bread to people who come over and celebrate Halloween with us.
Yeah. What are your Halloween? That's a great question you should ask. What are your Halloween plans? Tell me all about your Halloween plans.
Garlic will kill the yeast. I did not know that.
Oh, I have heard that. Yeah.
I was actually going to do garlic powder.
You can add the garlic in before you put it in the oven, but not while it's rising.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if you're making like a focaccia or a garlic bread, you want to wait till just before you put it in the oven and then
Okay. What other
Yeah.
things can I
Add the garlic.
use to
Yeah,
fold in there? What other things can I fold into
Well,
it?
let's see. I mean, you could probably do vampires that poop out delicious stuff.
Poop out gas and ethanol.
Yeah, maybe. Although actually, you kind of honey. You can add honey, yeast like honey. That makes a really nice bread. You can
Most
put
of the
milk.
things I'll be adding will be right before baking it and after it does the 24-hour rise.
Then you can add chocolate chips. Right? Make some chocolate bread. You can add sun-dried
Peanut butter?
tomatoes if you like that sort of thing. You could probably do peanut butter. Peanut butter bread might be really good. Ooh, cranberry
Computer stop.
blend bread. That sounds great. Yeah, any dried fruit.
Here's
Any
what we're
dried
going to
fruit
do. If you want to
good.
bring Maker Cam back into it.
Oh, yep, yep.
Boop.
Oh
try
no, we posted at the same time.
All right, you let me know if it's in sight there. This is. Oh, I got the glasses.
Oh, look how beautiful that is.
This is the one with the Parmesan.
Thank you. I am. Oh.
Gorgeous. And the bread is pretty too.
Fucking A, man.
That looks
Gorgeous
great.
loaf.
And this is before it's going to go back in for another like 15 minutes.
15 minutes. And
Yeah.
I might. What do you think if I sprinkle a little more Parmesan on the top?
Yeah. I think that's a really good idea. Ah. Garlic added just before baking, like 30 seconds before. Like most live vegetables, honey and fruits can go in earlier. Yeah.
What was
Great.
that?
So garlic and most vegetables want to go in right before baking. But honey and fruits, like anything with sugar, can go in earlier because the yeast will just eat that sugar.
Gotcha.
But if the fruit's anything too wet, you have to be a little careful about. But yeah, chocolate chips are good to add. Peanut butter. What else can you add? Cinnamon, sugar.
I thought about cinnamon and sugar. So I have the second loaf here. The second batch will go. What's gonna go in there?
Do you have chocolate chips? I kind of want you to add chocolate chips and see what happens. Oh, papitas.
Those are those little seed things.
They're pumpkin seeds. Nom, 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 nom. Yeah, any kind of nuts. Sunflower seeds, herbs, dill.
I like dill.
Yeah, dill is really good.
So
Onions.
we'll do this. I'll share the camera again because this is ridiculous. This is spices. I have a problem.
No, you have a solution. You have a nice solution.
See, then I have this box is full of spices here. Also, this bag is full of catnip, fresh harvested from my backyard.
Wow.
Drying.
Fresh
off of the thing. And then
sage is a good thing to add.
more herbs and spices. More herbs and spices.
Amazing. I love the herbs and the spices.
More herbs and spices. I forgot to show that off. So yeah, I have a problem. I can't use all of them. I can use a lot of them though.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
oh
about
yeah.
that.
A loaf. Kara Chappell does a loaf that's rosemary, sage, and shredded cheddar with pepitas on top. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good.
Well, this is all the rosemary that I have right here. It's not a big plant.
Oh, sage, cumin, and red pepper. Mmm, a little red pepper is yummy.
Red pepper is not allowed in my house
Oh, fair.
because it is a vile alien pod from outer space. Well, actually, that's green peppers, but still.
Victoria Linden Fogg makes a white chocolate pumpkin spice truffles. Woo!
Mm.
Good luck with that. I hope that goes really well.
Girl, you are the basic in you sees the basic in me, and I acknowledge the basic in each other, and I am down with the basic of a white chocolate pumpkin.
Olives. You can add some olives. I love olives.
What would you like in this next loaf, big man?
I thought you talked about herbs or something.
Yeah, we were talking about herbs. I got this Italian mix.
Mab, give me a number between 1 and 5.
3.
Okay,
Wow.
great.
No, I didn't mean that. I actually meant 2.
Too late. You said 3.
Damn it.
I had 5 good trivia cards and I wasn't sure which one to choose. So there's no wrong answer. They're all good. I just needed something to help.
It's so rude of me to film him while he's
getting ready in the morning. Yeah, but let's figure out what you're gonna put in that bread before we do trivia.
I still have 15 minutes or 10 minutes.
My vote is for chocolate chips if you have them.
They're saying chocolate chips, Magnus. He says no. I don't think so either. I think we want savory here.
Oh, a savory bread. Okay. I like like a sage.
I don't have sage.
Oh. What are the herbs that you have?
I have turmeric. I have sesame. I have ginger. A mix called Sunny Spain. I have coriander, which I'm not a huge fan. I have cloves. These are all my sweets. Lemon peel, parsley, vines, and herbs.
I mean, do you have fresh garlic?
Yeah, I can make garlic.
You could throw
Fresh
a few
garlic?
you can throw the whole cloves in there.
It's dehydrated, and I mix it with a little bit of water, and it rehydrates. It's a really good garlic alternative. Everything bagel seasoning, Magnus.
Oh, that's a great call. It is really good on bread. That's a really good call.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
You can fold some in and then also sprinkle it on the top. That's a good call if you have that. That's yummy. Any nuts? Sunflower seeds?
Yeah, I have a lot of nuts.
But I think of the everything bagel seasoning. That's going to be
Yeah, that's not going to work.
No.
We did on everything bagel seasoning.
Fair. Cinnamon swirl.
At the end of the day, I might just make this plain bread because I've got Parmesan as the other one.
That's true. You could just do a plain old bread. Nothing wrong with that. Have it with butter.
Exactly. That's what we do. That's how we do.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
That sounds great.
But now my fingers are rosemary.
Now I want to make some bread. I don't know if I have time today, but I might try and make that happen. I could prep it today. And then
I love Ansa.
Yeah. What? Hello. Welcome. Thanks for being here. All right. Is it trivia time? Is it time to do trivia, Mab?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's do it. Okay. And then you have, when your alarm goes off, we can check out your delicious bread. Okay, perfect. All right. So trivia. Wait, let me get the little banner going. Boom. If you've never played trivia before, you're joining us for the first time, or you just need a refresher. The way we do trivia is I will read all of the questions. We'll save the answers to the end so that we can play two. Both Mab and I know that there's a delay, so we will try and hold off in enthusiastically shouting out our answers as much as we want to. We'll try and do that so that you have a chance to answer. If you think you know the answer, write it in the chat. We're all playing together, so if anyone puts a right answer in, we all win. If anyone puts a wrong answer in, we all lose. We're going for neutrality, so don't be afraid to put an answer in the chat if you think you know it. All right, first question. People and places. What annual White House event is restricted to kids aged 3 to 6 accompanied by an adult? Oh, I think I know the answer to this
Easter egg hunt or Halloween trick-or-treating?
Yeah, I think it's one or the other. It's one or the other. We got to give them time, Map. We got to give them time. There's a delay.
I mean, I hear you, and I thought about it and nailed it.
I know, it's too exciting. It's too exciting. It's so hard not to shout out an answer. It's really, really hard. What annual White House event is restricted to kids aged 3 to 6 accompanied by an adult? I think it is the Easter egg hunt. I think that's it. That's interesting though. I didn't know it was restricted from 3 to 6. That's an interesting restriction, but it makes sense because then you're old enough to be able to pick up eggs and find them, but not so old that you're gonna like dominate the younger kids.
And also, it's peak cute.
It is the peak cuteness. That's true. That's true.
Anything
And you're old
older,
enough
you're
that
like,
you have
you're not as
a
cute
toddler
as I
brain
thought.
on. Yeah. Yeah. Once you reach 7, no more, not cute anymore.
They stop being cute. And they don't
All
want uggos. They don't want ugly kids hanging around the White House.
Yeah, only cute ones. It's okay if the adults are ugly, but not the kids.
Also, damn, just some guy. Damn. Damn.
All right, next question, arts and entertainment. What 22 years ago, what 2002 mystery movie? Oh, I think I know it. We know what this one is. Okay. What 2002 mystery movie was hyped with the lines "do happens" and "do it again"? And "do" is spelled with 2 O's.
I know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know. We'll give a chance for the chat to answer, but I'm pretty sure we know what this is. What 2002 mystery movie was hyped with the lines "do happens" and "do it again"? Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the answers. Yeah, the Scooby-Doo movie. I'm pretty sure that's correct. I think we got that one. Oh, cool. Okay. History. What part of Ishi, the last Yahi Indian, was reclaimed from the Smithsonian Institution by Native Americans in 2002? Good for them. So I'm not sure exactly what Ishi is, though.
I'm not sure what the question is.
Yeah. What part of Ishi, so it's I-S-H-I, capital I, comma, the last Yahi Indian, capital Y-A-H-I, capital I-N-D-I-A-N, was reclaimed from the Smithsonian Institution by Native Americans in 2002. I think I know what it is. Yeah. I think it is literally the bones or the skull. Because like, don't dig up people and display them. Those people are still around. They probably want them buried. Yeah. Remains. Yeah. Good. I think that's all correct. I think that's right. Yeah. All right. So that was history. This one is SN, which is science and nature.
Oh.
Why do I always forget what it is? Okay. Science and nature. What creatures did lion tamer Gunther Gebel Williams claim were nearly impossible to train because, quote, they do as they please?
Cats.
Like little tiny cats. Yeah. But that's not true. Cats are trainable.
They are, but that's why
Yeah.
this guy was wrong.
We've all been to New Orleans and seen the trained cat show.
You were there? Did you go see it?
I actually didn't see it. I just saw it advertised.
My God, they're amazing. Seen
It
them a
sounds
couple
amazing.
times. They're adorable.
I did see a documentary on, it's like these Russian women who do a trained.
Oh
cat
yeah.
show.
I back when I was working some theater gigs, like pick up over hire. There was it was a Russian group, but they kept all the cats in little boxes and having run the show, it was choreographed down to like this nanosecond. And he even did this thing where he picked up the cat and kissed it like, oh, you scamp, at the same exact time in every show. And I was like, I think the first time I was like, oh, he really likes these guys. And then the second time I was like, that looks just like, the third time I was like, son of a bitch, you had to choreograph kisses? Who choreographs spontaneous kisses?
Theater people, that's who. We tell the lie so you see the truth. But yeah, it was a good, one thing I like that they said is they're like, cats are trainable, but you can only do it for about 30 to 60 seconds a day.
Right.
They learn really fast. You only have to do it a couple times, and they're like, "Oh, all right, I got this." But they don't want to work for more than.
Been trying to train his little cats to do high fives and spin in a circle. And
yeah, they're really smart. You just can't train them. Like dogs will do a trick over and over and over and over again. They're like, "Yeah, let's do it." Yeah, and cats are like, I got it. We don't need to do it another time. I'm tired." So everyone in the chat is saying tigers.
I know.
Which might be true. Might be tigers.
But I've seen many tigers in shows.
Well,
there didn't King Richard's Fair have a whole tiger show for a while there?
Mm-hmm. But maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Tigers are scary. Let's leave them alone.
Yeah, let's leave them all alone.
All right. Next question. Sports and leisure. What pugilist, great word, what pugilist noted in 1980 to make Roberto Duran quit was better than knocking him out? I don't know who Roberto Duran is, but apparently a boxer in 1980 made him quit rather than knocking him out. Rocky.
Yeah,
the only,
Rocky,
that's
sure.
the only boxer I know. Cassius Clay. Those are the two boxers I know. Muhammad Ali. That's it. Oh, Evander Holyfield. That's another one I know.
Oh yeah. All right. Are you ready?
Do you know the answer?
No.
Oh, is it the bread? Is it bread time?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to read the last question and then we'll pause before the answers while you bring out the bread. Okay. Last question. Wild card. What municipal employees proudly refer to each other as nozzle heads? Municipal employees proudly refer to each other as nozzle heads. I have no idea. Firefighters? Plumbers? Nozzle heads. I don't know. I want to know the answer to that one. All right. Before the answers, let's look at this bread and then we'll do answers. So excited.
You ready?
Bread. So ready. So ready. Oh, I love your dress, Mab. Oh, look at that beauty.
Should I
Look at
bake it a little
beauty.
bit longer and get it a little crustier?
Let's make it big. Why are you not letting me make it big? There it is. Boom. I think it could get even a little crustier, I think.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah. I think it could go in for another another 5 or 10.
That's what I'm
Let's
thinking.
do it.
Computer, set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Starting now.
What temperature do you cook it in?
350.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's definitely cooked all the way. It's just not as crusty on the top as I would like.
Yeah, and get that because you put that extra Parmesan, so I think that can get that nice crusty.
Yeah, I would like it a little bit crustier.
Yeah. Cool. I cook mine at a higher temperature. I do it at 400. But maybe 350 is better.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm following the recipe.
No, that's probably better.
No, question marks.
I mean, your bread looks perfect. Okay, answers. What will they be? Answers. Let's see.
You know what?
Yeah.
I was off by 100 degrees.
Oh. Well, it still looks beautiful, though. But yeah, blast it up there.
That's why the last bread thing I made was a little bit tougher.
Ah, okay. That's all right. Well, you'll know for the next one. It still looks pretty good.
It does.
It still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. And then the next one you cook will be at the right temperature.
Yes.
Yeah. And that Parmesan's going to make that. It's going to be good. All right. What annual White House event is restricted to kids aged 3 to 6, accompanied by an adult? It is the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
They call it here the Easter egg roll. Is that a different event than the Easter egg hunt?
I think it's an event in the hunt. I don't know.
Easter egg roll. Okay. It's probably the same thing. Okay. What 2002 mystery movie was hyped with the lines, "Do happens and do it again"? It was the Scooby-Doo movie. We were correct.
I was going to say Scream.
Oh, yeah. Scream 3. What part of Ishi, the last Yahi Indian, was reclaimed by the Smithsonian Institution by Native Americans in 2002? It's actually his brain,
Oh, wow.
which is even
Wow.
a little weirder that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. What creatures did lion tamer Gunther Gebel-Williams claim were nearly impossible to train because they do as they please? It was house cats. But Gunther Gebel-Williams, you were wrong. You were wrong, Gunther. What pugilist noted in 1980 to make Roberto Duran quit was better than knocking him out? It was Sugar Ray Leonard. Did somebody say Sugar Ray?
I think so. I think that
Yes,
was one of the names.
nice. Good job. Good job. And the last one, what municipal employees proudly refer to each other as nozzleheads? It was firefighters. Never heard that before. Don't know if it's still true.
What did they refer to each other as?
Nozzleheads.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sure,
don't we
indeed.
have a firefighter who hangs out in the show? every
Yeah.
now
Do
and
we
then?
have a firefighter?
Yeah, Hair Reverend Tommy.
I love Cirque du Soleil. She's amazing, and her rats are amazing. I had a pet rat in college named Rasputin, and he was great. He would sit on my shoulder while I worked on the laptop, and he liked strawberries. And I trained him a little bit where when I would do this with my fingers, he would stand up on his hind legs. He was really sweet. He was like he was kind of honey colored, and his eyes were like a dark ruby red. He was good. And he lived 3.5 years, which is very long for a rat.
Average is 4, I thought.
Yeah, it's like 3 to 4 years. But like 3.5 years, that's pretty good. You know, means I took pretty good care of him. And he passed away peacefully in his sleep. Yeah, a cute little guy. It was kind of my first, well, I had like childhood pets. Like we had a dog, the family dog, and then we had I had a cat. We had a cat for a little while, but the cat was not a good cat.
Oh.
We didn't know how to take care of cats. I didn't understand cats then. Now I do. I would have been a better cat mom now than I was when I was 8. But 8's too young to be a mom anyway. So
Computer, stop.
oh, little Brucey the bat mouse. Oh,
Aw.
yeah, they're so cute. Yeah, he was kind of my first adult pet. Was Rasputin. He was nice. He was nice to have. Aw. Yeah, but I don't think I'd have one again. I like a cat or a dog. Someday I'll get a cat. Someday we'll get a cat. As most of you know, we had to say goodbye to our cat this year, so we're just taking a little time before we get another one. Should we look at that? Let's look at that bread.
Yeah, one mom.
Oh, that is so great. When I first met him, he was hanging upside down from the top of his cage. Bat mouse. Amazing.
Aw.
Yeah. I love that. That's really good. I like their little hands. They've got cute little tiny hands. Hold things and eat them. They're very cute.
Are
I'm
you
definitely gonna make some bread. You've inspired me, Mab. Oh, let's put that on there. Oh, look how good that looks. Mab, that looks amazing.
You came out all right, eh?
Oh, it looks really good.
A little melted.
Yeah, you got that. What do they call that ridge thing? A tongue?
I don't know.
There's like a bread term where they call that, where that means like, you know, it's good because it has that like that little tongue thing. Beautiful golden brown. That Parmesan cheese looks great.
Okay. Now,
Yum, yum.
for loaf 2, you want to put it down? I can show you the.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, I do. Here, wait. Let's make it big again. Okay. Yes. Batch number 2. And what do we decide? This is just going to be a plain, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Move this up a little bit.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Look at those beautiful bubbles.
It's like so gooey.
Oh, we have another guest that I'm going to bring in.
Woo!
Or not.
Did somebody say bubble?
There we go. Bubbles.
I didn't mean to take.
We're checking out this bread that Mab is making. Look at how beautiful that is.
And it comes
Yeah.
right out of the little plastic bowl thing.
Yeah.
Bowl is.
I love, you can tell it's good because of like the texture of it looks so nice and fluffy. Mmm.
And so right now I'm going to wait for the oven to go beep, beep, beep. I've preheated to the correct temperature of 450. And you just kind of like fold it into itself a little bit and make a ball down.
Nice.
And then
When I was trying to get good at bread, I read a thing about the sort of folding, and they said you're teaching the flour to go where you want it to go. And I was like, "Ooh, that's a nice way of talking about it." Oh, that looks so good, Mab. I love your light touch.
Well, otherwise it sticks to the paws. So.
Well, yeah. But like mastering that like touch of the bread is like a real skill.
Right.
I should try. I've stopped making bread for a while because our oven was broken and also it was really, really hot here. But I did get into pasta, and I'm pretty good at pasta.
That is correct.
And now that I've
Do you have a
had
pasta
that
maker?
experience, huh?
Do you have a pasta maker?
No, ew.
Like a little cranky thing, or
I do have the.
what kind of pasta?
I do have the thing that you can put the pasta in and it cuts it into shapes or flattens it out. I do have that. But not like a pasta maker where you like put it in and it like extrudes it out. That's no good.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, but one of those old timey ones. Yeah, I got one of those.
All right, so
yeah,
I'm cutting you off real quick because this cast iron thing is super friggin' hot.
Oh, amazing. Oh, so you leave the cast. Yeah, so it goes in there hot. That's awesome.
And then, you can't hear. I don't think you can hear it sizzling. It's sizzling.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Because I put a little butter spray on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to be, I can already tell it's going to be so good.
Yeah. And the hard part is remembering not to touch the hot things with my bare hands.
My hands know this pain.
Computer. Woo! Sorry, let me mute myself.
Mab, am I just realizing, did you change your Alexa to be called computer so that you can say, computer, do this? Because that is great. And I might have to steal that and do that in my own home because I love that.
What? Could you hear me say computer?
Yes, I love that so much. I was like, why haven't I done that? I need to do that.
That's beautiful. Hi, everybody.
Hey, a garbanzo. A wild garbanzo.
Yeah. Good to see you, Shoshi. It's been forever.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Wait, real quick, just check out this beautiful bread that Mad made earlier. I don't know if you got here in time to see the bread that she just pulled out of the oven.
I will reach
It's got
down.
Parmesan on it. Hum nom 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 nom. Look how beautifully round it is too.
That's amazing. Wow.
It's gorgeous. Really
Not
gorgeous.
in Dutch oven, so yeah.
So what's up, Garbanzo?
Let me move the bread over closer to you guys. See if there's a mic somewhere you can hear it.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Is that the right sound?
Is it?
That sounds real good. That sounds real nice and hollow and crispy and good. I know. I just want to take a bite out of it. That's for me the hardest part is because I want to slice into that bread the second it comes out of the oven, and you shouldn't. You got to let it rest. You got to let that steam finish its work.
Okay.
As much as I want to. They say at least 20 minutes. It's very hard.
Do I have to cover it with a towel for those 20 minutes?
I never do.
Okay.
Yeah, I just let it. They say you're supposed to, and it's still, even after 20 minutes, there is still warmth in it, so it's still delicious. You can spread butter on it. But they say. But now that I've had some pasta experience, I think I might be better at bread making. Because you just sort of like get to understand how flour works.
Yeah.
And bread's
really for this gateway loaf that I've been doing because I've actually done like a video screen share kind of thing with a friend of mine who bakes bread all the time. And she's talking me through stuff and she's like, just kind of fold it on and then kind of thing. And then I was like, this is not working. My bread is not doing the thing that yours is doing. And so I got discouraged.
Yeah, no, the no knead bread is great.
Yeah. It's the gateway bread.
We have a question for you, Paulo.
Yes.
Did you have an answer to the ERT version of the Soviet Union?
Ooh.
And people are
Wow.
asking about it on this Discord, and someone came up with the Soviet onion.
Soviet.
Soviet onion.
Antonio.
Soviet Union. That's pretty
Antonio.
good.
Nice. I mean, is there a country in Earth currently that there is now? But I mean,
There's
there's
now.
always all
Just
sorts of
now.
there's always all sorts of petty warlords and things like that. I mean, there's because they do have the kingdom that's the Roman Empire, that's a bunch of douche bros, and
Right.
then it's Magecroft, which is run by power mad wizards who are essentially it's a libertarian paradise, which means it's a real shithole. But
Means they all got eaten by bears.
Yes, they all got eaten by bears, and the person who can throw the most fireballs is the winner. That's essentially the government. That's essentially the government.
So everything's just burnt to a crisp.
Except that they're super powerful wizards, so they just rebuild it. The parts that they want.
Right.
And then everything else is just wrecked. That's why there's the rambles, and it's literally where all of the sewage from the Wizarding Heights, the place where all the wizards who are really powerful live.
The Wizards of Waverly Place?
Yes, Wizarding Heights is what it is.
Oh, Wizarding Heights. That's good too.
Yes. It's a gated community, of course it is.
Wizarding Heights.
Everyone gets to live in their own ivory tower, and anyway, but yeah, I mean, really, but what is the Soviet Union? It's a group.
Well, what about like Russia? So it's like the Rush, or it could be the Cossacks.
Yeah, it depends on what era of
Right.
that. If you want to do Soviet Union,
Was
or
it
if
the
you want to
Hessians, were they Russian? I can't remember. They were from
No, they're German. Yeah.
They were Germans, yeah.
So okay, all right. You wanna hear a really crazy? See, instead of cutting off the last word, so a friend of mine who is Czech, whose actual mom actually did grow up in the Soviet Union, but
is this your friend from Český Krumlov?
Yes,
Hey.
actually. So when she was a kid, if there were Russians of actual Russian descent, they would call them nicers because that's Russian spelled backwards in English.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, like they're nice. and it was like I'm like nicers, and I was like, oh, right, nicer Russian, right? Wow,
Huh. That's really interesting.
And so yeah, now I think I would call it the nicer empire. We're the nicer empire. Wow. Wow, we're so nice, everybody.
So in nicer empire,
The nicer empire. You don't want one of those mean
those cast wizards.
You'll never find a nicer empire.
right?
In,
So, yeah.
in nice empire, smite paladins you. What?
What? The fireballs you, the balls fire you. I don't know.
The balls fire you. There it is. We got there.
balls fire you.
Also, all right. So we're working on stuff for the next upcoming D&D event, which I would, if there was some way to get you over there, Shoshi, I would get you in there in a heartbeat.
To the what?
New Orleans.
Where?
Well, it's either one.
The New Orleans one.
But
Okay.
it would be easier to get you to New Orleans than to get to England. So,
Right.
but yes, you would be fucking fantastic there. Pardon my French, but
Yeah.
pardon my.
Well, it is New Orleans, so you're allowed to speak French.
Good. So,
Well,
but,
I love.
yeah, I'm currently working on. So we're gonna have a thing where we opening day is we kind of have like we have the room open so we can kind of like, because some people are showing up like Monday, but the event starts on Tuesday, And so once we're kind of set up, and then, but people who are arriving on Tuesday, we want to get them into the hotel room, blah, blah, blah. But we're going to be hanging out in the game room. And so we're going to have some like board games running and some, other stuff, just kind of things to pass the time. And
What's the venue?
the venue is the Provincial Hotel, which is
lovely.
awesome.
Oh, yeah. I love
Right there
that
in the
place.
quarter. It's a couple blocks away from Jackson Square. It's right
Love
there.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
Great
super
bar.
great with us.
Yeah.
And especially once they figured it out what we wanted to do, and that we didn't want to like trash the place, and that we were like, I was like, it was so hard to convince them that we really are just gonna sit around for hours and play Dungeons and Dragons. Like we're just gonna sit there. He's like, you're gonna sit there? Like we're just gonna sit there. That's really all we're doing.
Yeah.
They couldn't. And then once they did, they were like, oh, we love you guys. Like you're not trashing the place. Like come on. And then Etienne, the chef, came out. Oh, that was so awesome because he came out because we had some performances for the final dinner. We had performances opening the show, opening the whole event. We also had performances during the final dinner. And Etienne comes out and he's like, I'm not about to be outdone, and pulls out the cart and made the desserts, the flambe, in front of us, and put on this whole show. Like he was freaking awesome. Mab was there, she knows, and it was hilarious. He was so like. And he was so Cajun, so
He was
very,
so into us.
like, yes, he was like hilarious. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a little magic market. So we're gonna open, blah blah blah. We have some games. Everybody gets in the hotels, gets in the costume. Then everybody's gonna go onto horse-drawn carriages, and we basically.
Mule. Let's be clear, they're going to be mule-drawn carriages.
It's true. Mules. All right. So we take them around, and we'll take them around the French Quarter. But really, we're taking them to another dimension, another world.
What?
Right. They're not going to come back to the Provincial. They're coming back to Urt. So this little carriage is going to like take them.
I love that. That's amazing.
So it's like, oh yeah, it looks like the place you just left, but guess what? Nah, you're now on Urt. And then we give everybody a little pouch of things, and then we have a little magic market where they can buy their magic items and things like that. And so we're coming. So Thekla's going to be there selling some scrolls and maybe selling like a chance to win. She's like, I've got a deck of many things. You can draw a card if you like. And like, it could be bad, it could be good. Go for it. Come on, sucker. I mean, come on, lovely person.
Friend.
So I was thinking of like scrolls and like what, because we're gonna make little like scrolls for them, and then it'll say something on the outside, and I was like, oh, it's FUB scroll. FUB scroll? Yeah, it's fuck you, buddy. And it's a lightning bolt. And just bah-bah. And then I was like, ooh, it's like what is the acronym for I didn't ask how big the room was. I cast fireball. Oh, it's the Ida Habib Rahim Sisi Kafab. I'm like, the what? So maybe we'll shorten that up a little bit. It's the Ida.
That's
Ida
really
ball.
funny.
I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I cast fireball.
Oh no.
So yeah,
Wait,
so I was thinking of
your friends have gone inside. Oh no.
yes, I was thinking of some other things that we could have, some other scrolls that would be fun names. It's the FUB, it's the IDB, the IDF.
There was one time where I was playing a campaign and we were sort of like trapped in a tube, but we weren't sure how high it went up. So someone had boots of spider climbing, and they're like, okay, but like, all right, I'm gonna cast that, and then I'm gonna cast whatever that spell is that makes you like run extra.
Haste.
Yeah, haste. And they're like, I'm just gonna like run up the side of the tube and see how long it goes. But it turns out it didn't go up very high at all. It was maybe like 12 feet. And then an undead came in with fear. They got fear on them, and they're like, they rolled, and they're like, okay, you run away at your top speed, like as fast as you can. But there was nowhere to go, so they basically just ran around in circles.
Nice.
Around the tube, like, ah. That's really good.
That's good.
That's
That's good.
adorable.
I had
Some kind of spider climbing spell is always fun.
yeah. Oh, spider. Yeah. So what? But what do we call it though? Because we don't call it spider. Call it.
I mean, other acronym I like is FYSU.
For your suspicion.
Fuck your shit up.
Oh yeah, that's a
It
good
would be a
one.
web spell that starts on you.
Or
Oh,
what's that? The heat metal spell. If someone's
Oh,
wearing
yeah.
armor, that could be FYSU.
fuck your shit up. Yes, heat metal. What an overpowered spell.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's instantaneous. Like you
Well,
don't even get.
I thought
like-
it didn't work on magic items and everybody has magic items.
And not everybody has magic items.
Everybody has magic items.
Oh,
All the time. Anytime I
Everybody.
want to cast a spell, they all have magic items.
Well, I mean, once you get past like 5th level, sure, but like, yeah, but like it is instantaneously hot. There is no like, it doesn't even take like. I was like, how about like 2 rounds, 3 rounds, you know? But no, and it takes like a million years to get your armor off. It's you know,
It's not a good.
if you cast it on the breastplate, you're shake and bake. So you know, but at the same time, though, I've asked people who wear full plate metal armor, and of course, the thing is that there's a gamison underneath, right? There's fabric. There's like this much thick cotton, which is like having oven mitts. Granted, not it's not going to protect you 100%, but it's not touching your skin.
Yeah, gives you a little time.
So I have argued that it's like it would take a certain number of rounds before it actually burns you. Now, if you didn't have anything underneath and you were literally wearing a breastplate on your skin, first of all, you're going to hurt yourself. Secondly, because it's a bit pinchy. And, you know, yes. And then, of course, you're going to scald yourself. But nobody does that. That's not how armor is worn. So I always kind of just go, But I don't know. The problem with having people who actually know about these things, because then they go, yeah, that's not how that works. So, because that's when I introduced Dave Jouster as one of our dungeon masters, and when I introduced him at the thing, it's like, and the best thing about Dave is that he literally rides horses in armor professionally. He knows everything that you can do riding a horse, non-magically, I suppose. And you know, in full plate armor, that's the best thing about him. The worst thing about him is that he knows everything that you can do in a suit of armor while riding a horse, because he will tell you straight up the DC on that is 7 billion, and you're not getting anywhere near it. And it's like, you want to lean over your horse and grab a sword on the ground?
Okay, hear me out. DC 1 billion for him.
So everyone else who has no experience, it's 2 billion?
Maybe they're better than him on paper.
On
That's all
paper,
I'm
yes,
saying.
okay. True, but still, that's why it's 1 billion, and that way, you know. But anyway, but yeah, so like, but that's that thing where you're like, I mean, this is the whole my whole idea for doing these D&D events is literally when I was giving a tour and we were in Wales. Mab was there, and we were at Caerphilly Castle, and
With
there's
the dragons?
the one with the dragon, the big fake dragon thing,
I love
and it's just the walls are just left. There's nothing left of the woodwork or anything. It's all gone. And there's a shaft that was a spiral staircase, and all of the stairs are gone. Right, so it's just an empty shaft, but the sides of the walls where the steps were are still there. So like, because they would have put a stone, there's the wall, there would have been a cutout, and then the stone sits on the wall so that it's resting on something. So if you were at the bottom and you wanted to climb up, you would have to use your fingers to like climb up each section of the staircase while gripping with your toes onto nothing. And you're like, if I explained that to you in Dungeons and Dragons without you ever seeing it, you'd be like, sure, my rogue could do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that yes, your superhero can do it. Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to but it's like when I set the DC at 28, there's a reason.
Yeah, it is that hard.
No,
Isn't it your
normal
goal?
person. Yeah.
Isn't it your goal to learn all of the skills firsthand so that you have a better understanding as a DM?
As a dungeon
Ooh.
master, you have to do that. Yes.
That's a fun project.
If you work it right, you might be able to get a grant for that.
I do write it off on my taxes.
I know.
As well you should.
My locksmith course, my
Yeah, good question.
slate
What are your animal handling?
which animals have been handled.
More than you would expect.
That's true.
Oh, that's so funny. Why am I not seeing those comments?
Have you collapsed your StreamYard side panel?
No, I don't think so.
Is
Anyway.
your screen not wide enough?
No, it's right there. I see a comment from an hour from 142. I don't see any comments. Weird.
I can't answer that question. That's above my knowledge grade.
Yeah.
That's for somebody else to answer.
I'm
Yeah,
tapped. I asked.
that
a
sounds.
lot.
So as a dungeon master, yes, as a dungeon master. So wait, what was Captain's question?
Oh, just he came in a little late and missed what you were saying about the
Which animals have been handled? Well,
adventure time.
speaking, I have mentioned this before, is that I did actually take the animal handling class in America online. I'm an official animal handler.
What?
Yes, of wild animals. So you remember Andy?
What animals and how did you handle them?
Raccoons, bats, possums, snakes, wasps, bees.
Oh, right. Because is it your dad owns
yeah, and Andy does too.
Andy, that's right.
Andy
Yeah.
started the business, and then he was like, "Hey, man," because he now lives in North Carolina, but he still has the business here in Richmond, and he was like, "If you could just answer the phones and send people, that would be awesome." Like when he gets really busy, because he has a whole service thing that calls him and stuff, but yeah, so this was during COVID, and I was like, yeah, sure, man, I could probably do something. So he was like, well, it'd be really awesome if you took this course, and then that way you're a certified animal handler technician, and then you can answer the phone and be knowledgeable about like things like that. Which of course I already kind of was, but I wasn't certified.
What did you learn that you didn't know already? I know that you grew up doing.
Yeah, the few things that were very technical were like, I had a vague knowledge of the things in which I could have looked up but there was a certain amount of animals that you cannot remove, and then there's a lot of animals that you can't. I mean, which I already knew most of this, but I didn't know the specifics.
Oh, you mean like the legalities of things?
Yeah. So like, you can't move certain animals if they've got young, if they are, you can't relocate a possum or a raccoon into another
Really?
location because there's already raccoons living in. Like, if you're gonna be like, I'm gonna take this raccoon out of your house and then I'm going to go take it to a state park. You can't do that because there's already raccoons living in that park. And
Oh,
and
and
they
they're
are
territorial.
yeah, they already have a habitat. And this place, you
Ah.
know, and the of course, however natural things are, because of course nothing is I mean, not to say we've ruined the earth, but I mean, like, there's nothing natural about anyone's habitat these days, you know. So,
Right.
like, but for what it's worth, you can't add another raccoon or a raccoon family because normally raccoons aren't even by themselves. They're usually either with their teens or their, you know, or brothers and sisters will stick together as well. And so you'll get 4 raccoons and they're all related. And you can't just take 4 raccoons over to the state park and dump them somewhere because
Ah,
there's other raccoons that live there. So,
right. That's fascinating.
yeah.
Did
so
you
there's-
learn? Did you do snakes?
Yeah. Yep.
Can you
Cool.
relocate snakes, or is that a habitat?
So yes, you can relocate snakes. There's
Unless they're an invasive species. What if it's like a super invasive?
if it's invasive, you can kill it.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh,
if it's poisonous, you can kill it.
Ah, venomous.
Oh.
Venomous, yes. I don't know if any of them are poisonous, but yes, they are venomous. There's a couple in Virginia that are venomous.
Yep.
I have not tried to eat any of them, so I don't know if they're poisonous. So yes, but yeah, regular snakes you can put on anywhere. Not anywhere, but I just put them back in your house.
I'll put them in
What?
your mailbox.
What?
In
You
your
relocated them.
I've been dumping them off at Mablandia this whole time.
Oh, I like snakes. It's fine.
But
Me
yeah,
too.
so,
Snakes are good.
so yeah,
We do have a mice problem. They broke into one of our garden sheds.
oh.
Hey,
Get
Paul.
you a few snakes. That'll take care of that problem.
Oh yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Can I borrow a snake?
Yeah.
It's not a euphemism. I want to be crystal freaking clear.
Yeah. I want an actual snake to eat my mice.
Oh.
Oh, see now, okay, I'm getting all the things now. I don't know why my comments is not working on my other thing, but here we go.
I did
Why
not
not?
know that.
In Maryland, yeah, and it does depend on the state. So yeah.
And this
but-
one is awesome.
Mm.
It's basically Bob's Burgers with Linda.
Can't create
watching-
turf
Ah.
war. Turf war raccoon. Oh, did you? Okay. So Richmond has the best voting stickers. One of the reasons so the reason I'm home currently right now at this moment is that I
Yeah.
just drove down Sunday to Louisiana to drop off all my gear because my nephew's getting married tomorrow on Halloween. So
Yay.
I drove down, set up the show, got on a plane yesterday, and I am here now. So that's why I couldn't do the show because I was flying home yesterday. So also I'm here. So I got to vote early because early voting started. So
Yeah.
Richmond has the best voting stickers.
So I see it's like something is writing something. What is
It's
that?
awesome.
Oh my
It's
gosh, that's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's great.
I was like, this is the best
Yeah, the
Richmond voting.
California ones are pretty boring. They just have like a flag.
Yeah,
Those are great. So I guess each state has their own voting stickers? I guess I didn't realize
that's a
that.
Richmond voting sticker. It says RVA on it. So that's
Yeah.
That's cool.
if they like, they can make their own, I guess. Everybody gets so yeah. It would be a funny reality TV show. Also, did I mention the best game that we just found, which was called Raccoon Sky Pirates? And it's the best. It's so much fun. We're gonna play that anyway. So yes, a long time ago we were talking about the beginnings though of the event, and the reason that, well, of course, there's there we go. I was going to say something about that. The event. Oh, we were going to have the oh, look at that. We were going to have a magic market. Right. Oh, I did say that. I'm lost. Okay.
What can people buy at the magic market?
Yeah,
Well,
good
scrolls
question.
And
Thanks,
can
Scrolls.
I
Scrolls
send
from
some
Tekla,
stuff?
as well as she also has secret information that you can
Mm.
choose to buy or not buy. Which
Can
may
I
help
make
you
some
out.
magic items that come from the mobile mercantile?
Sure. And then she's also allowing, like, you can draw a card from the magic deck and see if it might bring you luck or might explode in your face. But you get to pay for it. It's fine. Then Ned Bluetongue will have his some of his potions.
Who's playing Ned?
We're getting Judith to play Ned Bluetongue, and then Judith. He was the dungeon master last year. Not one of the dungeon masters.
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard Judith.
Yeah.
TH. Yeah, that's perfect. Is Judith dungeon mastering again?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah. And then hilariously, we have exactly 18 people running again. So some people didn't come back. We got some new people, but we have a ton of people who came back. So
yes.
Magic Mart. Shop smart. Shop Magic Mart. Yes, Raccoon Sky Pirates is the best game. And then we're gonna have Milo and his trinket shop, and yes, the artificer.
Oh yeah. I'm like, why? I keep thinking Meatloaf or Meatloaf Louise, who is no longer with us.
But yeah, so we're gonna have that, and then he's basically got some like weird trinkets that are like unique. So like there's only just one of each one, so people can buy them or not, and they're like.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Does that mean bread?
That means bread. That was the second part too. So I'll be right back.
Amazing. I'm so excited to see this, Brad.
Yes, and I'm excited to see all the people who are watching this show right now. So Quad Kevin and then Heathen Alchemist and
Quad Kevin's playing an alchemist?
No. Heathen Alchemist, he's in the chat right now, is coming, and Quad Kevin is the guy who works my cart. You may know him from such things as my cart. Also an amazing leather worker, and might bring some things to show people and stuff they want to gear up.
Okay.
All right.
Well. Oh, that steamed.
Oh, that's amazing. Seems good. Seems good.
And this.
Oh, look at that.
Is
you got a bucket of bread.
Correct temperature.
Oh, look how beautiful that looks. Wowie zowie.
It's the Parmesan.
Look how shiny that top is.
I didn't even put an egg wash or nothing on there.
Wow.
I'm supposed to thump it, you say?
And it just pops right out.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh yeah, here, let's listen. That's a good sound.
Hello?
That looks amazing. Wow, wowie zowie. That's gonna be so good. I bet it smells so good in your place right now.
Pretty darn good. There we go. They look like boobies. You can totally tell this one's definitely the Parmesan because it's a little lumpier on the top. This one's definitely I have to not eat them until tomorrow. It's gonna be fucking hard.
It's gonna be hard. It's
So
gonna be
hard.
But
okay, maybe I'll make another loaf. How about that?
Whoops, I did the wrong. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think you have to.
Maybe.
You could set it up now, and then it'll be ready tomorrow.
Oh, I have to wash all the bowls.
Hmm.
No, I gotta take a break.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Shoshi, I would
that's
love
me.
to get you down there to New Orleans. I mean, I would love to get you for to do the England one too. But yeah, like you tell me how.
Yeah. It's time and moolah.
Yeah.
We can figure it out because it'd be super fun. I'd have a great time. I love New Orleans and gaming, and that hotel is amazing. And
Mhm.
yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm probably gonna be in New Zealand for December
No.
because I haven't been able to visit home since before the pandemic, and that's the longest.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the
Oh,
longest
really?
I've ever been away. Like my one brother I haven't seen in like I don't know, it's like almost 5 years now, which is too long.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Especially if you like your siblings. So yeah.
Well-
I do like them. I like my whole family. I actually really like them. They're
Aw.
great. Yeah, like my little sister is like my best friend. You both met my little sister, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Has
When
he
she came to New Orleans? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she came to New Orleans.
She's the best human.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's basically the best. But I love my brothers too, and my mom, and I love New Zealand. I haven't been there, so yeah, I'm super excited to go there. But I'm probably gonna go for like when you go, you want to go for at least like 3 weeks because it takes so long to get there.
Right.
And yeah, so it's true. She is significantly shorter than me.
Only 15 feet tall.
Mhm. For I am 30 feet tall when I'm Gigantra. Yes, exactly.
Well, hey, Mad Monster.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. It's been too long. I'm gonna drink so many hot chocolates, and I'm gonna eat so much dairy products. So dairy there is so good. I'm gonna eat so much ice cream. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great.
You'll like overnight it to me here.
Oh, if only I could. If only I could. You literally can't overnight it. I think the soonest I could get it to would be like 18 hours. This is literally on the other side of the earth. Yes.
The plane goes this way. Wait, won't it be the day it would land the day before?
That's true. Technically, you would underday it. I could underday it. I can't overnight it. I can underday it to you. I have, when I've flown back and had a layover in Hawaii, I have arrived before I left. That has happened to me once, where I landed an hour before I left. But usually flying out, you lose a day. So I've lost Christmas before.
Aww.
Like if you leave on Christmas Eve and you arrive the day after. It's nice though, because on the plane, they like give out champagne. They're like, this is your Christmas.
The 6 people who took a flight on Christmas. Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. But it used to be.
You made me think of something. I apologize for poking in there. Also, kind of combined with the background for Paulo right now is the goats, the Krampusy goats. So I had some groceries delivered yesterday, and I also was selling something on the Facebook Market. So yesterday morning, another woman, people, because we go crazy with the Halloween decorations, and they're not gory, they're not horrific, they're skeletons, mostly dead bone things. And the woman in the morning for the Facebook sale thing, she gave me the money and grabbed the thing and was gone. And I didn't think anything of it because it was first thing in the morning. I figured she had to go to work. And I was like, thanks so much. And she left without saying, I like your decorations or whatever. She never said anything. And then the woman who dropped the groceries off, I was like, I need to turn the light on for her. So I went and I flipped the light switch and I opened the door a little bit. And she was right there putting the stuff down. And she's like, oh, and she got really scared. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Here you go. Let me help you out, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, your decorations are very scary.
What?
And I was like, oh, it's Halloween. We're having fun. And she's like, no, it is very scary to me. I am very scared. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, clearly they think I'm like a witch or whatever, which is fine.
Her mother was attacked by skeletons. You don't.
Gotcha. That makes sense. And then as I was closing the door, I was like, well, now she knows how I feel when I go to a house that's like super Christian. Like with all the crosses and everything everywhere. I was like, your house is very scary to me.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I guess it's fair. That's the moral of the story. I just had to share that. Oh, yes, you should. I would love to see the pictures.
I mean, the door knocker we have is like it's a green man, actually. I think it's not like
No, it's ours.
you
We
know.
have a big green man door knocker.
and like it pretty much keeps the Jehovah's Witnesses away. And which I'm totally fine with.
I live in a odd part of town in Hollywood, which no cars can go to. So you have to park down below, and the only way to get up is either some stairs or the coolest part, it's an old elevator built in the 1920s that you get a special key for. And it's like one of those old elevators that you pull the door aside. It's pretty cool. But it means that we don't get any trick-or-treaters, which I'm a little sad about because I'm not a huge Halloween person. I'm not against it. And I just never, it seems like a lot of work to me. And I'm like, I already work.
Day of the year, Shoshi. It's the holiest day of the year.
I already dress up in costume all the time, and I already decorate things all the time. My Halloween would be great if I didn't have to do that.
What if I just got to go to a bar and have a drink?
And just not be
nobody asked me any questions.
Yeah. But like I love that other people love it, and I'm like not against it, and it's fine. But I do love like trick-or-treaters, and I love little kids, and I'd love to be like do that, but we don't get them up here. So I'm a little sad about that.
Just gonna have to fill your pockets with candy and walk the streets.
Be like, kids, you want some candy? Trick or treat.
That's brilliant.
It's gonna be a trick or a treat. I foresee no problems with this.
Run up to little kids. I don't see any problem. With that.
But I do have a friend that lives in a quite walkable area of Hollywood. They do exist. So I think we might go over to their house and give out candy to little children.
That's one of my favorite parts is this is why Halloween's such a big deal in Maplandia is we open our doors and we invite anyone who wants to stop by and say hello. They get candy, they get treats, they get toys, they get anything they want. And it's a way to meet the neighbors in this day and age where we don't meet neighbors. So
right. That's like I understand the reason for the trunk or treat things, but I'm like, it's so like just go to your neighborhood. But American neighborhoods aren't made like a tiny village where you can, it's like you have to go set 12 miles for 5 pieces of candy because that's, yeah.
Here's the other thing. We don't give out full-size bars, which really shocks people. We have so much candy that you get an excellent selection.
No.
As opposed to one chocolate bar, you get, I say, take as much as you can grab.
Nice. I was gonna say, I see Sally's post about Halloween decorations were just stolen.
That makes me sad.
Why would? Okay, I want to know who's stealing Halloween decorations, because I mean, like maybe somebody who wanted them, but like to steal them to take them away from everyone seems like really dumb. Because
Strange.
boo,
Like,
boo
what if
on
they're
those
taking
people.
them because they're scary to them? And it's
Well, then
clear
don't
that
touch them because they're covered in razor blades. Maybe
You're
that's the reason why they're scary. Is
Yeah.
I tried to steal it.
you still have to x-ray treats.
Who X-rays treats?
Who's got an X-ray just lying around?
Yeah,
And do you?
yeah. As far as I know, that has never actually really happened. Then it was just that whole.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any
I think that
actual
was- yeah. I don't know.
evidence. Also,
I mean,
who's
I
got
guess-
an X-ray just lying around?
And who's gonna take all your candy to a hospital? That's oof. Anyway,
Actually,
Um,
having an X-ray in your own house, that's probably more dangerous than the candy.
Unless you're a dentist.
And you have a home, I don't know. I don't trust a home dentist.
Have you seen those?
come to my house, Yoshi. We have
Come into
dentistry.
my home. I'll
We have
do some
dentistry.
dental
What-
surgery on you.
Is it affordable?
Yeah.
It's
Is
extremely
it affordable? Is it safe? Is it affordable? Don't care about safe.
We don't
I'm
have
in.
any anesthetizing, but we do have vodka.
I'm in. I mean, yeah, I'll bleed
I'm in.
out, but I'm in.
Yeah, yeah. Razor blades in the candy in this economy.
Right. That's also the other thing, like, you know, people giving away drugs to your kids. Like, no one is giving away drugs. No one gives away drugs.
No.
Trust me, I have
One's-
tried.
See, I was wondering about that because I've
I-
thought about doing that.
I have tried to.
You thought about it.
I've tried to get free drugs, and it never works.
I thought about making candy,
Ooh.
making treats. I used to make pumpkin spice marshmallow crispy treats.
Ooh.
So it's this regular marshmallow crispies, but when the marshmallows are melting, I dump a bunch of like pie spice in there, like
Yum.
cinnamon, clove, a little cardamom, a little nutmeg. Mix it in with the marshmallows, then the Rice Krispies, and
Yum,
it's
yum,
got they're like
yum.
spiced Rice Krispie treats. They're so good.
That sounds really yummy.
I haven't made them in a while.
Everyone. Oh, that's nice that ER does X-rays for free on treats. That's actually nice. of
I've
them
heard
to
that.
do. You worried about it? Like, sure, that's nice.
So which is worse, eating a bunch of candy that's been X-rayed, or eating candy that may or may not possibly contain a razor blade?
No, I think
Low amounts of radiation, that would be,
Yeah.
or does
I
the
guess,
radiation pass through the candy?
yeah, I think it's fine. It's probably fine.
Can you say that again into this microphone, Shoshi?
Don't hold me to that. Oh no. Never mind.
And if
Everyone
you
does.
sound convincing when you say it.
Yeah, stop sounding so confident, Shoshi. People are gonna believe you when you say things. I'm an actor. Everything I say is a lie. Or is it the truth?
I mean, or is it the real truth? The inner
Is it
truth?
the lie that tells the truth, that reveals the truth?
It's lies all the way down, usually.
Yeah, it's just
Right
lies.
there, right there, Colonel.
Lies.
Lies,
And-
lies, lies, lies.
Just a bunch of lies on top of a turtle. And on that note, my friends, we're going to have to say goodbye because we are at time. It's been a lovely day. Thanks for joining us, Paula. What a nice
Yeah.
surprise.
I
Mab,
know he's home right here. So
a real human person called Mab. Amazing to have you here. Lovely to see your bread. You inspired me. I'm going to make some bread. We fixed some bowls. We inspired some people to cook. It's been a lovely day. And we'll see you all later. But before we go, a quick visit from the calendar boys. Hey there, it's me. I'm one boy, and it's the Calendar Boy. Don't forget to check out all our other events on Nat 21 Adventures. Calendar Boys. That's me. All right.
Headlines don't sell calendars. Calendar boys sell calendars.
That's right. That you know. Oh, look, it's our cousin. Calendar cousin. Julian.
Oh, I get that.
Goodbye.